8.1 FM and AM 1220.
443 on your hometown station, KHTS. There are now 3 people occupying the on-air studio New Hall, and only one cannot calculate a 20% tip without bringing out their iPhone. And I think it's me. Executive Director of Mathnasium of Canyon Country, Q Reed, joins me in studio. And Q, who is that you brought along today?
This is one of my super awesome instructors. His name is Rohit. Say hi, Rohit.
Hi, I'm Rohit Pulipaka, and I'm an instructor at Mathnasium.
Hey Rohit, how old are you, man? You look like a young kid. You look like you could be in the Mathnasium program yourself.
I'm 17. I'm a senior at Hart High School right now.
Nice. So how did you land the gig tutoring at Mathnasium? Were you a tutor before? Were you by yourself?
I actually tutor some students at my high school for their math classes, all from freshman year and still now. So that's kind of how I got into math and tutoring, and I found Mathnasium, which was a perfect fit.
Exactly. So what level of math have you taken so far? How far along in the math curriculum have you gone?
So right now I'm taking AP Calculus BC and AP Statistics.
Oh.
So I'm at the far end of our high school curriculum.
Say you had problems in your AP math courses. Is there anyone at Mathnasium with the ability to tutor you?
Yeah, we have a few of our instructors that I actually go up to sometimes if I have a question. Like my finals last semester, one of our instructors, I was able to go up to him and he gave me all the help that I needed.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Rohit, where are you going to school next year? Have you decided?
Those are big questions.
Where are we looking?
Particularly nowhere like UCLA, UC Berkeley, not too bigger schools, but in California.
Yeah, definitely.
He's being very shy right now. Rohit, where did you just have interviews?
Interviews. So we're looking at high-level schools here.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
I never interviewed with any of schools I applied to.
Really big
That's how I end up in radio.
So, yeah, actually last weekend or the week before, I interviewed with Stanford, Harvard, and Cornell.
Really? And
Yeah.
have you heard back from them?
Just good luck. It was a good interview, but not from the schools yet. So that will be near the end of March.
What's more nerve-wracking, going into that interview or going into an AP exam?
Going into the interview, actually, just because you're talking to people that actually went to those top-notch schools and you're kind of looking up to them, kind of figuring out what they did. So whereas AP, like, you have all year to kind of prepare for the test.
Right.
But this is just there, so.
So is it a panel that you interview in front of, or is it just one-on-one?
Yeah, so it's just one-on-one, actually. So it's a very individualized interview. It's just between you and the interviewer, and it's a good experience.
We are, of course, talking to Q Reed and Rohit. And Rohit is a tutor at Mathnasium of Canyon Country. Rohit, when did you start tutoring at Mathnasium?
Last September, that's when I joined Mathnasium. And from there, that's basically where I started tutoring kids from all ages, and now I'm with high school students, so it's been going pretty well.
Your peers?
Yes.
So you've obviously gone off and tutored on your own. You tutored at Hart High School before you were brought onto the Mathnasium team. What is it about the Mathnasium method that produces such results, such success?
Yeah. So Mathnasium, our curriculum is super individualized, and the methods that we teach are far better for the students, for them to be able to understand like math problems conceptually. Because at schools, sometimes the teachers, with it being such a big class, they don't, I feel they don't push each student as to what they need to learn individually. Whereas at Mathnasium, we're able to give each student a personalized learning plan, which they'll be able to learn every concept from.
And is that based off of an initial assessment that they do?
Right. We do an initial assessment, and then from there we can create an individualized learning plan.
Wow.
And our curriculum is so wonderful because it's much more explanatory than they get at school. So even though these teachers are amazing, that they've got a classroom full of 35 students.
Yeah.
So it's difficult for them to hit every single student. So when they come to Mathnasium, they have these amazing tutors like Rohit who can really sit with them and explain these concepts to exactly how they need to do it.
Right. And I think just based on my own experience, it could be intimidating, let alone maybe even a little bit embarrassing to ask a question
Yes.
in class in front of all your peers. You come off like a dummy, you think, but everyone kind of struggles with math, and math is one of these subjects that you really have to nail down. Really, just your reasoning behind the concepts. It's not like you can just look in a textbook
Yeah.
and just absorb it overnight.
It's true, and you're really on the nose there with the kids that don't want to raise their hand. As they get older, when they start, even in 3rd grade, 4th grade, they start getting very self-conscious about raising their hand. And so Mathnasium is this wonderful, safe environment where they can come in, and the tutors actually will walk up to them, even if they're not raising their hand, and just say, hey, how's it going? Let me see what you're working on. Oh, wow, okay, let's work on this. So it's just much more, it's a safe place.
And Rohit is a senior in high school. Is he about the average age of the tutor at Mathnasium? Or is he on the younger side? I mean,
He's a little bit on the younger side.
Yeah.
Most of the instructors are college students, which most likely when he goes off to college, we were just speaking a second ago about how he's going to be coming back in the summers and on his breaks.
Nice.
Most of them are
Get some
college
dough.
students.
Yeah.
But we do have a high school student that is, and he just is doing some of the material right now, so it's very
Right.
fresh for him. So.
exactly. And I feel like especially when you get a younger tutor, someone in high school, someone in college, these students tend to let their guards down a little bit.
They do. They really relate to them. I mean,
Exactly.
you should see they are excited to see Rohit when they come in.
Are you talking Fortnite with them? What are they doing?
That is so funny.
Just I try to usually find a way to connect with the students. That way, it's easier for them to be able to talk with me and with the other instructors, and just to get a feel for how comfortable they are, because like we said, discussing math usually in a classroom setting is kind of daunting for the students, because if they raise their hand, their friends are like, oh, you don't know this thing already? But
Yeah.
at Mathnasium, it's a really safe environment. Like, they can ask any question, and it's perfectly fine, and then we'll give them the help that they need.
Do students come in by appointment, or do they drop in, or is it a mix of both?
It's a mix of both, but after you sign up, you're allowed to come in anytime between the hours of 3 and 7. So we like to have at least an hour, and for the high school students, an hour and a half of study time. But they do not have to make an appointment. Mom can just drop them off, or dad, drop them off, leave them there for an hour, and then come back and get them, which makes it really easy for a parent. So
Is it
it's
a
nice.
monthly fee like a Netflix?
It is a monthly
Nice.
fee, which is great
That's
because we're
cool.
open 5 days a week, and they can come, 3 days, 2 days, 5 days. They can come as many times as they want during the week, which is great.
Mathnasium of Canaan Country, you guys recently opened your doors, right?
Yes, we did
Wow. How long ago?
in August, late August.
And have you guys been busy? Have you guys
We've been so busy.
especially now, the semester just started, right?
Yeah, we're starting to get in a lot of new people, and it's really wonderful. And we just really want people to know that we're here and we're ready to help.
But finals time, Rohit, right? It's crunch
Yeah.
time. The swarm of people come, right?
that
Especially
was
towards
crazy.
AP.
Yeah, it was pretty intense then.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Mathnasium has recently opened its doors. Mathnasium transforming kids' lives for over 15 years, building confidence, providing them with new problem-solving and critical thinking principles. These are life skills. They're not just math skills, they're life skills.
Yeah.
And trusted by over 500,000 parents worldwide. Mathnasium of Canaan Country. Schedule your free visit, learn more about the program, and read up on Q, Rohit, and the entire staff at mathnasium.com/Canaan Country. Always good to see you guys. Rohit, best of luck in the future, man.
Thank you so much.
All right.
you.
4:51 on your hometown station, KHTS. Time for a quick break. Stay tuned. More music coming up.